Well, it had to happen sooner or later, y'all. Front office says, since I've whooped just about everybody we've got in the ladies division, they're gonna have to hold a 10-woman battle royal to see who's next in line for the women's world championship. They chose a wife field, but I think whoever wins and ends up on the other side of the ring from me at the next rage card. Just know I am not gonna make this easy for you.
You heard the sexy soul sister of the squared circle. With a shortage of top contenders for the Women's World Championship, our WAL resorts to a 10-woman battle royal to determine the next #1 contender.
The next contest, a 10-woman over-the-top rope battle royal. The women who drew numbers 1 and 2 will start the match, with a new entrant joining the match every 60 seconds, until all 10 have entered. The last woman standing will become #1 contender for the WL Women's World Championship.
Well, looky who drew numero uno. Drew Draven of the Disciples of Darkness.
Front office decided that some new blood was needed here. While there are a few ladies signed up that have challenged Jeannie Dynamite in the past, but a lot of these entrants never have, and Drew Draven is one of them.
I understand about keeping things fresh, but Drew Draven, honestly, I see it as rewarding the damn sectarians.
I know, GB, but it was crucial to get some new opponents for the Women's World Champion, and I guess we might very well get a new opponent for Parker that she hasn't already beaten.
Well, having drawn #1, it ain't gonna be Drew Draven. I can pretty much guarantee that. She'll probably wind up getting eliminated. Let's see who we got as numero dos. Oh, now, the 9th wonder of the world, China. Well, there's a contender. She definitely got some potential.
China as second entrant definitely encourages me. I'm with Tex. I don't see Drew Draven surviving this field of 10 till the finish. Just the thought of any sectarian women challenging Jeannie Parker is just, well, revolting to me.
Draven is gonna have to hang on with the tips of her little black fingernails against China, a former multi-time ladies legends champ. Smile Up GB, Drew Draven will almost definitely not be going to the dance with the Queen.
Some other key factors the front office considered in carefully vetting their selections was current title holders, so Madam Snoo Snoo, die on the Titaness, won't be part of this battle royal as Women's International Champion.
You mean to say no Snoo Snoo? Well, that's damn disappointing. Drew Draven starting it off against China in this battle royal. And, well, engaging in a little choky on the 9th wonder of the world. She looks like she's out of her element. She looks like she doesn't even know if she belongs there or not. Oh, man.
She knows damn well she doesn't.
But she is posing a bit of a problem for China, though. But I'm sure she's not gonna last till the end of this deal.
If she does, you're gonna see me in a colossal crash out.
I haven't seen you in a good crash out in a year and a half, Johnny. I do hope that does not happen. The 9th wonder of the world beginning to assert herself here against Drew Draven.
China's handling her pretty well. Well, as Drew Draven struggles to hold her own against China, we're just seconds away from our next entrant. Wonder who drew #3. We'll know in just a few more seconds.
Drew Draven took a look to see who's coming in, and she is not happy. That is Amanda Robinson. Basically her boss, with a kick to the back of the head to Drew Draven. Amanda Robinson, I do not believe it. A knee to the gut and a knee to the head of China. Amanda Robinson, are you kidding me? I didn't think you'd get 2 sectarians in there, let alone 1. Damn.
Come on, it's pretty obvious what the sect is up to, flooding the zone with their entrants to better their odds. But it sure makes for an awkward situation between Robinson and Draven, as Drew presently trying to oust Amanda Robinson from the ring.
It would be just as sweet for them to eliminate one another, but that's totally not gonna happen.
It sure isn't stopping Robinson from trying to get Draven the hell on out of there. Meanwhile, China starts to lay into Amanda. And in a few more seconds, we'll have our 4th entrant joining the match. And that's gonna add a touch more spice to this battle royal. Let's see who's up next at #4.
The suspense is killing me, Wally. China tagging into Amanda Robinson like you said. Robinson counters with a knee. And look who it is, Showbiz. The wonderful, delightful toady of Titania Tatiana, the last woman to lose to Jeannie Parker. Maybe she's looking to get a little revenge for her master.
Or maybe Showbiz has the idea of getting her own grubby little hands on the women's world title for herself, which would definitely put her a cut above Titania. It would shift the entire dynamic of their relationship.
Showbiz and Draven going at it in the corner, with China fighting to get Robinson eliminated. Gotta admit, looking at just the four we've got now, China is looking the most dominant out of all of them.
Can't imagine any of these other pretenders becoming women's world champion. Talk about your nightmare fuel.
True, China's the only one I could ever take seriously.
Although I gotta admit, I think Jeannie Parker wouldn't mind facing Showbiz or Drew or Amanda, as it would probably be a cakewalk. A couple of seconds away from our next entrant, and here they come. Meanwhile, China working on Draven, Robinson working on Showbiz. Let's see who we got now. Hey, it's Rossi Flowers, Ray Gunn's significant other. Now here's somebody I could definitely get behind as a #1 contender.
She's never faced Jeannie D before, not even a non-title matchup. She's never even had a championship to call her own. So yes, both Rossi and China would be welcome as #1 contender, and let's admit it, China versus Jeannie would be a money match for sure.
5 contestants in, and it's starting to get a little crazy in there. The sectarians, both trying to get rid of Showbiz, while China and Rossi go to work on one another. I had my doubts about some of these selections, but I can see now what the front office is aiming for here. We haven't even got half the entrants in there yet, and I'm already wondering who's gonna challenge Jeannie at the next Rage card. So far, China and Rossi are favorites for me.
Well, you can smile, Johnny. Drew Draven just got eliminated by Amanda Robinson. 5 seconds to go until our next entrant, Showbiz, makes her way back inside. There's the buzzer. Let's see who we got next at numero 6. Oh, man, this looks crazy. Well, look at this. The Yankee Rose, Miss Georgia Washington. About to lay out a Rockets red glare or two on some of these people. Well, with one sectarian lady gone, I see exactly 2 women I would not mind seeing as #1 contender. Everybody hates Georgia Washington. Nobody knows much about Showbiz, and we're one sectarian away from getting Amanda Robinson out of there. The Yankee Rose catches a shot from Rossi. Showbiz goes behind on China. Escorts her towards the corner, smashes her head into the turnbuckle. Amanda Robinson waiting for a chance to cut in for a dance here. Georgia Washington avoids elimination at the hands of Rossi. Rossi whipped to the ropes. Oh man, a collision centering by 3 of them. The Yankee Rose catches a knee to the midsection from Rossi Flowers. China and Amanda Robinson colluding there for a minute, but then a power slam takes Robinson down. We are 5 seconds away from our next entrant, number 6. And man, this is, whoa, nice spin kick from Showbiz. I gotta give it to her. Rossi just got eliminated by Showbiz. I don't believe it. Shut up. China doing her best to get rid of Robinson. Babs Beckwith just joined the fray. Good old Babs Beckwith, the little valley girl that could, delivers the dropkick to Showbiz. Amanda Robinson goes behind on China with a Russian leg sweep. The Yankee Rose, Georgia Washington, the odd woman out, looking for an opportunity here. Catches a kick to the face from Robinson. Babs Beckwith going to work on Showbiz. The Yankee Rose cuts in on her. He's got Babs up over the shoulder, hangs her up over the top rope. Amanda Robinson working on China. Showbiz momentarily stunned and out to lunch. Georgia Washington goes to work on Robinson, got her up over the shoulder in the fireman's carry. Let's see where this goes. Oh, man, nasty drop for Amanda Robinson. Showbiz taken down by Georgia Washington. Babs Beckwith with a kick to Georgia. China trying to figure it all out. Finally snaps out of it. 3 seconds away from our next entrance. China takes down Babs. Georgia gets a hold of China. We got 2 on the apron that could be in the danger zone. And who it is? Oh, look at this. Brooklyn Vaughn Brown, America's hero. Well, and she has no love for Georgia Washington. They're going to wind up clashing at some point.
Man alive, 6 entrants already, with 4 to go, and to eliminate it already. This has been one quick-paced battle royal, with some seriously hungry contestants.
I think I could take Brooklyn Vaughn Braun seriously as a contender.
I suppose I could too. We can see Johnny's eyes just light up. Babs Beckwith just eliminated Amanda Robinson. Georgia Washington taking advantage of the moment, gets a hold of Babs Beckwith. Slams her head into the turnbuckle. Brooklyn out of the danger zone. China still in here after being number 2. And just wow, she has sure hung on. Would not mind seeing her face Parker. Oh, man. 10 seconds to go to our next entrant. Georgia Washington slams Babs Beckwith. Showbiz gets a hold of Georgia, whips her to the far left corner. Brooklyn Von Brown whips her into Georgia Washington. Oh, man, this one's great. Georgia gets a hold of Showbiz, spinning neckbreaker. And look who it is, Piper Niven, who just made her debut recently. Well, she definitely qualifies. Never held the title before, never faced Parker before. China on the outside apron here. Counters. Piper Niven. Piper Niven. Rounded up by China over. That's a strong woman, man. Whoa, look at this. Military press on. Piper Niven. Georgia Washington just escapes the apron. Babs Beckwith getting ready to go for the ride. A suplex from Georgia Washington. Brooklyn Von Brown takes down Showbiz. Takes down Georgia Washington. Piper Niven in the corner. Here comes Babs Beckwith. Babs delivers the kick to the midsection of Piper Niven. China with a clothesline on Brooklyn Von Brown. The Yankee Rose goes behind on China. 10 seconds to go till our next contestant. We already got 6 of them in there. This is crazy. Huh. Okay. Oh, nice slam from the Yankee Rose. Snapmare and a knee from Brooklyn Von Brown. And here comes Crystal Gabor, the only one I've seen so far. Former multi-time women's world champion. The only one that's faced Judy Parker previously. Brooklyn Von Brown goes to work on Crystal. The Yankee Rose out on the apron. There's a pedigree for Showbiz. Piper Niven in the corner. Babs Beckwith getting tagged pretty good by Brooklyn Von Brown. Off the ropes comes Crystal with a drop kick to Georgia Washington. A clothesline from Piper Niven to China. Babs Beckwith being worked on by Brooklyn Von Brown. Well, we've got total anarchy here. Showbiz finally escapes the apron. Back into the fray here. Brooklyn Von Brown takes Piper Niven down. Babs Beckwith just getting back to her feet. Gets a hold by Georgia Washington. Dragon screw. Bear hug from Showbiz on China. China says, "Are you kidding me? Come on, be serious." Crystal Gabor with a spinning slam on Brooklyn Von Brown. Babs Beckwith in the corner. Fights her way out against Georgia Washington. Piper Niven slammed to the canvas by Babs. Georgia delivers a shot to Babs. Babs out in the danger zone here. Brooklyn Von Brown in the corner. Crystal Gabor slams down Showbiz before she can eliminate Brooklyn. A neck breaker to Georgia Washington from Crystal Gabor. You expect me to get confused at some point. Piper Niven catches a slam from Brooklyn Von Brown. A Hurricane Rana from Crystal Gabor on China. Babs Beckwith momentarily stunned. Another nice slam from Georgia on Crystal Gabor. Crystal with a kick to Georgia. Georgia counters. Snaps the leg on Crystal Gabor. Showbiz with Babs Beckwith up against the ropes in a danger situation here. Showbiz trying to eliminate Babs. Piper Niven trying to be eliminated by Brooklyn Von Brown. The Yankee Rose trying to eliminate China. Crystal Gabor just standing around waiting for an opportunity.
China just avoided elimination by Georgia Washington. Piper Niven backs off Brooklyn Von Brown.
I'm just glad they got Amanda Robinson out of there.
Well, it didn't take long for this one to degenerate into total chaos, did it?
Yes, but it is beautiful chaos.
Sure, beautiful. Now that Amanda Robinson is out too, huh?
None of those sectarians even deserve to be part of this match. New blood or not.
And there is no known force in the universe that will change the mind of Mr. Bianco. Georgia Washington just avoided elimination too. Showbiz sitting in the corner. The Yankee Rose plays in the Rockets' red glare on Babs Beckwith. Brooklyn Von Brown choking Showbiz. Crystal Gabor with a dropkick to the head of Piper Niven. Oh man, this one's been crazy, huh? Man. Brooklyn Von Brown just ducked by Crystal Gabor. Brooklyn with a spinning neckbreaker on Crystal. China locks it up with Piper Niven. Babs Beckwith near the danger zone here. Crystal Gabor out on the apron too. Brooklyn Von Brown just got rid of her. That's another one gone. Showbiz working on the Yankee Rose. Babs Beckwith with a flying punch to Piper Niven. China and Brooklyn Von Brown mixing it up. We ain't got too many to go. This one's been good so far. Oh, man. Definitely wondering which one's going to wind up facing Jeannie Parker at Rage.
We're fresh out of entrance, so it's got to be one of these last competitors still in the ring.
No odd women out here. These last 6 working one another. Piper Niven trying to get Babs out. China and Brooklyn going at it. And Showbiz trying damn hard to get Georgia Washington gone from the mix.
And no one's in much of a hurry to leave. They all know that, and they all want to be last woman standing with a chance to take down Jeannie Dynamite.
Can't believe China drawing number 2 and still in there after all this time. I really think she could make it.
She could very well make it, Wally. I mean, she is tough. Well, we got Babs in the corner, Piper Niven in the danger zone, Georgia Washington working on Brooklyn Von Brown, and Showbiz stamping the head of China. Piper Niven comes up behind Showbiz. Headbutt right to the back of the head. Piper Niven turns her attention to Babs Beckwith. Georgia Washington slammed by Brooklyn Von Brown. Babs Beckwith caught by the throat by Showbiz and a spike come right to the neck. Oh, man. This one has been frenetic. China catches a headbutt from Showbiz. Brooklyn Von Brown comes up out of the corner on Showbiz. Showbiz gets her by the throat. This ain't going to be good. Has her up for the choke slam and nails it. Piper Niven goes behind on Showbiz. Hard shot to the back from Piper Niven. China in the corner. Babs Beckwith standing over a fallen opponent. The Yankee Rose is laid out. Babs Beckwith finally makes it back in. She could have been eliminated right there. China counter whip over the top rope. And she is definitely in danger, but quickly avoids the problem. Gets herself back inside the ring. I thought that was going to be it for China. Piper Niven with a reverse electric chair drop face first into the canvas for Babs Beckwith. Showbiz still laid out in that corner. Piper Niven going to give her a little attention. Here we go off the middle rope. Oh, bonsai drop right across the chest. A Yankee Rose out there on the apron. Piper Niven wound up by Brooklyn Von Brown into a Russian leg sweep. China working on Babs Beckwith. Georgia goes behind on Showbiz. Slams her into the canvas. China catches a chop block from Georgia. Brooklyn Von Brown with a knee to Piper Niven. Babs Beckwith catches a suplex from Georgia Washington. This has been total anarchy, and I'm just loving it.
Meantime, it's not looking too good for America's hero, Brooklyn Von Brown, with Piper Niven so close to eliminating her.
Piper Niven presses the attack, using her foot to shove Brooklyn off the apron. And she's done it. Brooklyn is out.
That whittles the field down to these final 5, and China's still in there punching.
Babs hanging out in a bad spot. China goes after Piper. And I don't believe Showbiz is still here, trying to get rid of the Yankee Rose.
You gotta give these ladies credit. They have hung out long, and they have hung out far longer than anybody could have anticipated. We have seen no quick eliminations in this battle royal. Babs Beckwith with a shot to the head of Piper Niven. The Yankee Rose waiting on Showbiz to do something. China laid out in the far left corner. Showbiz gets a hold of Georgia Washington, and Georgia's gone. That's the second elimination for Showbiz. She's not doing too badly for herself. I am pleasantly surprised. Babs Beckwith gets a hold of Showbiz. A karate kick right to the head puts her out on the apron. China ruins it. Showbiz still in there. Babs Beckwith going to make her pay for that. Georgia Washington beats it out of town here. Babs Beckwith whipped into the corner by Piper Niven. A spin kick from Showbiz puts Piper Niven down. China gets a hold of Showbiz. And that's it for Showbiz. That's it. She is gone. These are our final 3. Babs, Piper Niven, and China. Got to give China her due. She has hung on long and hard. Babs Beckwith being torture racked by Piper Niven. There's a jawjacker to China from Piper Niven. China counters. There's a kick to the midsection. And look at this. Somebody's catching a pedigree. Piper Niven laid out by the ninth wonder of the world. Babs Beckwith rounds up China. Whips her over the top rope. And, oh man, almost. Babs Beckwith damn near did it. China goes behind on Babs Beckwith back in the ring. Piper Niven still laid out from that pedigree. China slams Babs Beckwith to the canvas as China returns her attention to Piper Niven. There's a knee to the skull. Babs Beckwith again hanging out on the apron in the danger zone. Not a good place to be. Piper Niven counters, delivers a kick to the midsection to Chyna. Chyna rounded up over the shoulder of Piper Niven, being walked towards the ropes, hung up on the top rope. Down she goes. Here comes Babs Beckwith with a running kick to the face of Piper Niven. Babs gets a hold of her. Man, that's a powerful little thing, ain't she? Piper Niven catches the turnbuckle head first. Chyna hanging out on the apron. You better hope nobody notices. Piper Niven rolls out center ring. Babs Beckwith pressing the attack here, but Chyna with a drop kick to the back of Babs Beckwith. Chyna gets a hold of Babs. Babs quickly counters. There's a kick to the midsection. Babs Beckwith whips Chyna out onto the apron, but nobody there to eliminate her, so Chyna comes right back in. Piper Niven goes back into the torture rack on Babs Beckwith. There's no submission. She's just trying to wear her out. Just enough to get her over the top rope. Chyna with a Hurricane Rana and a set of right-handed punches to Piper Niven. Babs Beckwith hanging on for dear life here. Chyna with a hard right to Piper Niven. Spins her around, has her up, back suplex to Piper Niven, who's starting to take quite a beating here at the hands of the ninth wonder of the world, Drew number 2, and she's still in there. Okay. Elbow to the midsection from Piper Niven to Chyna. Babs Beckwith tags Piper Niven with a shot, whips her out onto the apron, and again avoiding elimination. Babs Beckwith head first into the far right turnbuckle. Chyna gonna start going to work trying to get rid of Babs Beckwith here as Piper Niven looks on. It'd probably come down to just Piper Niven and Chyna. That would be insane, huh? Babs counters with a shot to Chyna. Piper Niven there to pick up the pieces. Chyna slammed into the far left turnbuckle by Piper Niven, who now tries to get rid of her as Babs Beckwith watches. Babs waiting to see who's going to wind up getting eliminated here. Babs Beckwith just hanging on, biding her time. Chyna counters, avoids elimination yet again. Babs with kicks to the face of both Chyna and Piper Niven. She should be trying to get rid of Piper Niven, but no. Chyna turns it around on Babs. She's in the far left corner. Piper Niven still hanging out on the apron. Babs counters Chyna again. Gets a hold of Chyna. Whips her over the top rope. Again. Chyna avoids elimination. Piper Niven whips her out, and that's it. Chyna is gone. It is down to Babs Beckwith and Piper Niven. I do not believe it. What?
Serious David and Goliath scenario here between Beckwith and Piper Niven. Which of them's gonna get the title shot?
Either way, goal achieved by the front office. They wanted a new challenger for Jeannie D, and they don't come much newer around here than either of these two ladies. I'd love to see Babs Beckwith pull this off, but Piper Niven's got a pretty significant weight, size, and power advantage.
Yeah, but give it up for Babs, fighting with everything she's got left.
Absolutely. Got Piper Niven down center ring in a headlock. Piper Niven counters. Babs Beckwith right on her. Getting her close to the ropes. She's setting it up. Babs Beckwith countered by Piper Niven with elbows to the midsection. Piper Niven with a snapmare, a rebound off the ropes, and a crossbody to Babs Beckwith that would definitely knock the wind out of most people. Niven whips her out onto the apron, and she is struggling to get Babs Beckwith out of there. Babs Beckwith fighting like a tiger to stay in there, though. Oh, that's it. It's a hard right that puts Babs Beckwith out, and Piper Niven is the new #1 contender for the Women's World Championship. And guys, I can't believe it. It's definitely going to be a wild match at Rage on Monday when Piper Niven challenges Dynamite Jeannie Parker for the Women's World Championship. What a battle royal. What a result. And we're going to see something new, different, and exciting at Rage on Monday when Piper Niven faces Jeannie Parker for the Women's World Championship. And we'll be right back with our main event right after this.